Welcome to Feral Beauty, where I am trying to muster up the energy because I am recording earlier than I normally ever do. So hopefully I'm not yawning and just being completely tired like a zombie. So we'll get through this, hopefully. So the point of this video today is going to be for the Victoria Beckham, her new foundation in collaboration with Augustinus Bader, or Bader, I don't know if you're fancy, which I am not, so I'll probably just say Bader. Anyway, I wanted to start off by saying if this were just a regular foundation, I would not have been interested. I really wouldn't have cared. I have so much foundation. I did not need another one at all. And what really, like, the selling point of this to me was having the TFC8 in it. And so if you're not familiar, that is basically a peptide trigger factor complex from Augustinus Bader. And so I am just kind of completely obsessed with skincare, and especially, like, more specifically, anti-aging skincare. So that was the selling point for me. That is what made me want to try this out and get it. And I was so nervous that I was gonna, regret the purchase and not like the way it looks, the way it performs, anything like that. So I will say that so far I really like it. I am really happy with it. The only thing is it's hard to say, like, I really wouldn't, no one is going to see like the real effects of that TFC8 for a couple of months. Like, it takes a few skin cycles to ever really see any changes with your skincare. So that's the only downside, is that you have to be patient with it. But as a formula on its own, it is really beautiful. And so for me, it is worth it. I wish it wasn't, but it is. So I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. I also picked up the concealer as well. That was not the concealer. I don't know why I picked that up. Oh, here we go. So I also got the concealer as well, because that also has the TFC8 in it. I haven't gotten it previously because I was worried about the shade match, but it's surprisingly a pretty good color. So it worked out pretty well. And I'm just gonna kind of do also like a get ready with me with some other Victoria Beckham Beauty products as well. I can't do a full face, but I do have a decent amount of her products. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm just gonna clip these bangs back first. I feel like I look like one of those girls from the 90s that would have those clips. I probably looked like this in junior high. So I'm gonna start off with the eyes like I normally do. So if you are watching this video solely for the purpose of seeing how the foundation looks, then you could skip ahead, and I'm gonna try and timestamp it so that you can do that. I'm able to wear a sweater today. I'm so excited. It's sweater weather right now, and I love wearing cozy clothes. Like, I just like to be nice and cozy. I hate being hot. When I get hot, I turn into an angry person, and my husband calls me hot lace. And it's not in a flattering way. It is in a very unflattering way. It's really bad. So I'm excited for it to be in the 60s. So I'm actually gonna start the eyes off with some of her bronzer in the crease. I'm just gonna do a light blend of that up here. So yeah, are you guys excited for some fall sweater weather? I'm like I said, I love sweater weather, but I'm like, fall is okay. I don't know. I feel like everybody assumes that I would love fall and Halloween and all that stuff. And like, I don't mind it. But honestly, my favorite season is spring. I mean, think about it, okay? Like, in the fall, everything is dying and it's kind of sad. And in the spring, everything is waking up and coming alive, and it's still sweater weather. So it's the best of both worlds. And I love that. All right, so now I've got a nice like neutral base going on. I didn't put any primer on. I just wanted it to be more of like a soft look. Well, for now. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with her sequin green eye kajal. These are, if I had to pick one product of hers that I think is just 10 out of 10, it's her kajal pencils. They are stunning. They are amazing. They perform so well. I love them. They're so good. Okay, so I'm gonna take sequin green and I'm going to kind of line that outer corner and kind of like smudge it out with either my fingertip or a brush, we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use my fingertip for now. I'm just gonna blend that out on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna bring some in the inner corner too. And I could build that up if I want afterwards. I'm gonna take another pencil of hers in olive. I'm gonna line my top waterline. I'm gonna go back into sequin green and I'm gonna line my bottom waterline and kind of smudge around the bottom lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna go into her lid luster in Velvet, which is like this kind of golden olivey green type of a shade. There's a lot of gold in it though, like it's not very green. Mine is really messy. I dropped it and it kind of shattered all over the place and I tried like pressing it in together. Such a pretty color though. I don't know if you could, like, it's so pretty. Hopefully you could see that. I'm gonna press this right in the middle. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the olive pencil, I think right to that outer corner, and just like the tiniest little baby wing with that olive pencil. I'm gonna throw some mascara on there. I don't have a Victoria Beckham mascara. I think she has like 2 different formulas, so I don't know. If any of you have it and you think it's a good formula that I should have in my collection, let me know. But for today, I'm gonna use the Hourglass one, the Unlock Instant Extensions Mascara. I don't typically like tubing mascaras, but this one is actually pretty good. I say it every time, mascara. Look at that difference. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I like that look. I feel like it's a simple look, really easy and simple. I hope it translated that way. It's very doable. Like, I am confident in you that if you want to recreate this, you absolutely can. Her lid lusters are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I'm obsessed with mink. Love that color. That's probably one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows in my collection. I love it. I love it so much. This is a great one too, and I don't know why I don't use it more often. I should, because I adore green eyeshadow, more like specifically olive. I love olive eyeshadow. It's very native to me because of my olive undertone, so it kind of ends up being more of like a neutral on me. Okay, so for the star of the show, here we go. I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts, impressions, things like that. So first of all, this took like 35 years to arrive. I don't know why. I was like, is it being shipped from the UK? Like, I don't think so. I think it's shipped out from New Jersey. So like, I get that I am on the other side of the country, but it did take a very long time. So like all of those people that got this, like as soon as it hit the market, like all of the content creators that got it, that I guess it wasn't in their PR, how did you get it so quickly? I don't know, unless there was like express shipping, like overnight delivery, I have no idea. So that was kind of annoying that it took forever to reach me. I didn't feel like shade matching was too difficult. If anything, I felt like it was pretty simple. Like, I know that I'm always going to be a fair light option. And there weren't a lot, right? Like there weren't too many options, and I like that she labeled the undertones. That was very helpful. I knew going in that I wasn't going to get a perfect shade match, because I hardly ever do with any brand. And that's because even though I am fair light, I am not pink, and for some reason there's always this between like brands thinking that if you are fair, that you are also cool toned and pink. And I don't know why, but I am olive, I am fair olive, and I have a lot of like warm, almost like yellow undertones as well. So anyway, I ended up getting Fairlight 1. This said that it was Fairlight with neutral undertones. I was I was interested in, I think, shade 3 because it said fair, light, warm. However, whoever I saw online that did have shade 3, they were very obvious darker than me. So I was like, okay, like this is a qualm I typically have to go through where I'm like, all right, I could either get something that is actually warm toned, but it's going to be too dark, or I can get a neutral, which is usually a little more pink on me, just kind of warm it up myself with some bronzer or whatever. And that's exactly what happened with this, but that was fully expected for me on my part. So even though this is a neutral on me, especially when I did my first initial swatch of it, I put like a little swatch on my wrist and then I put one like on the back of my hand and it looked pink. And I was really bummed. I was like, no, this was so expensive. Oh my God, like, did I really just spend this amount of money? And it's like not even gonna be close to matching at all. Like, I was so bummed. It was a roller coaster of emotions because I was so excited to get this. So once I saw that it was on its way, like, you know how you get an email or a text that it's being delivered today, I was like sweating, my heart was racing, like in a good way. I was just like, I was so excited that I was gonna have my hands on it. And then so to go from that to like, oh, it's not gonna match. And I was just like, it was a lot. Anyway, so I didn't think it was gonna be a good match at all. And again, it's not perfect, but it's not terrible. Like once I actually apply it and shear it out, it's not noticeable, I don't think, to anyone else. No one else is gonna look at me and be like, whoa, what is she thinking? That foundation does not match her at all. I really don't think it's that obvious. I just have a very critical eye, so I see it, but it's really not that big of a deal. Also, I would like to mention, I did not pay full price for this. I highly encourage you guys to become a first-time shopper on the Victoria Beckham website and you get 15% off. So I got this for 15% off, along with the concealer and a couple of other things that I grabbed. So it ended up being really helpful. I do wish that I had known that Blue Mercury was in the same week going to offer a sale as well on her products. I mean, it was site-wide, but her products were included. And so spending a certain amount of money, you could have either gotten 15% off or 20% off. And for what I spent, I could have gotten 20% off, but whatever, you know, it's fine. It's an extra 5%. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna cry. I won't do it. So like I said in the beginning, what drew me to this was the skincare aspect because I am so into skincare, anti-aging skincare, and so knowing that this had peptides in it from Augustinus Bader, I was sold. Instantly sold, because even though there is skincare in your foundation more now on the market, it's usually things like hyaluronic acid, maybe sometimes like niacinamide, which is fine, but to have something more advanced like peptides like this, I was very excited. Now, of course, there's, at least in my mind, there's some questions of like, are those peptides really going to be beneficial and help my skin, considering that I always apply my sunscreen first and then my foundation, my makeup on top of that. So, you know, it has occurred to me, like, will those peptides actually be beneficial on top of my sunscreen? We'll see. It's worth it to me to find out. I'll report back in a couple of months. We'll see. I haven't been recording because, well, if you follow me, you know, I got an accidental burn on my face. I'm doing what I can to heal. It's been a month already at this point, and it's just driving me absolutely insane. I hate it. And I've been, using all the skincare I can, and also doing like silicone patches at night so that, I don't know, that's supposed to help. But as far as skincare goes, I use a lot of in my routine. So like I love Calisym and Anti-Age and things like that. So it's kind of like if Calisym or Anti-Age were to come out with a foundation, that's it, like take my money, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's see what this looks like. You wanna shake it up really, really well. It would have been nice if it was like a glass bottle, but if it was like down to a choice for Victoria Beckham, that was kind of like, well, I could either put it in a glass bottle and charge an extra $10 to $15 for it, or I could put it in a plastic bottle and leave the price as is. I think she made a good choice. That's just me though. Now, I've seen her apply this with her fingertips, like with her hands. So I'm going to do that first for you guys so that you could see what that type of an application looks like. And just a heads up, it's not going to give me that much coverage right here. I have to put like a ton of concealer over that to conceal it. So don't judge it by that, but it actually does give a decent amount of coverage. And I feel like a lot of people that I've seen, like content creators that have been trying this out, they've been a little like surprised at the level of coverage, because I think everybody was expecting it to be a very natural, almost like a skin tint, even though it is a foundation and that's what it's labeled as. Those are the claims. It's a foundation. So yeah, it does give pretty good coverage, but I just wanted to like remind you guys of that it's not gonna provide a lot of coverage for that. So I'm just gonna dot it on. There's not like a very strong scent to it. It almost smells, how could I describe that? As like, maybe like crayons or something? That's weird, I know. But it's not like a synthetic scent. Whatever the scent is from natural ingredients that are in there. I'm also gonna show you guys how this looks with a brush. That you could absolutely layer it. So like use your hands first and then the brush on top. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, I've been wearing this for like the last 3 days. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's really good quality. Like the staying power, the lasting power is amazing, really good. And my skin is so dry right now, so it's really like putting it through a test, because I did some micro needling last week and like I went hard. So it's like extra dry right now and it is performing so beautifully. Like by the end of the day, I would say I wear it from morning until after work for like 10 hours, 11 hours, and then it still looks amazing. I don't have like any weird like cracks or dry patches. It looks like I had just applied it. It really does. It looks fresh. Like I'll have the indents because I wear loops at work, but other than that, I'm to be expected. Those are gonna be there no matter what. So that is a very light layer of foundation, very light layer of coverage. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like applied with a brush. I don't typically use foundation brushes like this, like flat ones, but I found this in the recesses of my makeup brush collection. It's an old, I think it's like a 197 from MAC. So I thought this would be a good brush to apply with. And I'm just gonna brush that on. A brush is always gonna give you more coverage than just using your hands or using like a sponge, a beauty blender, anything like that. All right, now on to the concealer that she also has with Augustinus Bader. I have no idea. And I got this in shade FL1, so Fairlight 1. I was so nervous that this was gonna just be like ghost white on me because I've just seen it look like that on anyone else, but it actually looks pretty good. The only thing is, again, it has like pinker undertones, which is fine for under the eyes. Just, it wouldn't be too good of a match to have it like anywhere near my neck, really, you know? So I take a brush and I apply it from this brush. I hope that makes sense. And I'm just going to put it right where I want that concealer coverage. And so I always just kind of press it in to here first. Now with your concealer, especially under your eyes, you always want to kind of let it dry down almost fully and then blend it out. The only concealer I have that I will not do that with is the Estee Lauder Double Wear one, and that's because that sets down so quick and it's so like thick and everything that if I were to wait for that to completely set down and then blend it out, it would look crazy. So I don't do it with that one, but I will do this with every other concealer formula that I have. And now I'm going to apply some to that like burned area right there. But I'm also gonna layer some of my Natasha Denona color corrector in C1 right next to it. And then just kind of like blend those together. So I'm just mixing those colors together and I'm gonna let it set and then blend that out. I'm gonna put a little of this on my nose. Also, by waiting for it to set almost fully before blending it out, you're gonna get more coverage. You're gonna get maximum coverage that way. And it's also less likely to crease when you do that. I'm gonna blend this out with this ridiculously, in the best way possible, inexpensive brush that I just got. I have such a hard time with concealer brushes. So many like higher end ones. I have the Hourglass concealer brush, the Rephr concealer brush, the Angie Hot and Flashy from BK Beauty. Like I have so many that are supposed to be like the best, you know what I mean? And I feel like they are just too dense for me, and that is why they don't work for me. So I came across this one and I think it was on sale for like $5, okay? It's from Real Techniques and it is just amazing. I cannot begin to tell you, like to convey to you how awesome this concealer brush is. Like I wish I had it sooner. $5. Are you kidding me? So I'm gonna start blending that now. I feel like it's dried down enough and I'm just gonna pat that out. This brush, man, like never want to really like influence you guys. I really just wanna tell you like my thoughts, my opinions, and maybe help you make an informed decision. But if I were to influence you, it would be for this $5 concealer brush. And just tap around my nose and then tap right where that burn is. So it's not 100% covered, but it's the best we're gonna get. All right, so now I have her Color Wash blush water tint. I don't know, it says a couple of different things. Anyway, I got this one in the shade Coral. I have no idea how that's gonna look with this color story that we've got going on, but we'll see. And also normally I put it on before my foundation. I've used it more as like a underpainting technique. So this is actually gonna be the first time for me putting it on top of foundation. I also haven't applied it directly to the face, so let's see how that goes. And I'm just gonna blend that out. If anything, I imagine it's gonna look softer on top of the foundation since it's got like this slip now and it's not just like staining the skin. Yeah, it actually looks really nice like that. Yeah, it looks really pretty, actually. I like that. Shit, I have to hurry up. I have like an appointment after this. I really did not think I was gonna run out of time, but here we are. Okay, so another thing that is new to me from her bronzing duo. I was so on the fence about this. I have been lusting after this for a very long time, probably since it first came out. What has stopped me from getting it is that I've seen other like pale content creators use it, and they would always say that this lighter shade right here was just way too light, like just like not worth buying, kind of a waste of your money. It doesn't show up, it's so light. You might as well just get her shade number 2 for the palette. So I was really on the fence about it, and I was just like, you know what? I have been wanting this for years. I have this 15% off. I should just get it. And I did, and I love it. This is not too light for me. at all. It's so perfect. It's so good. So yeah, I gotta show you what that looks like. Oh, I got a little sidetracked. Okay, wait. First, I'm going to put a little bit of powder around this. Victoria Beckham doesn't have a powder, so I'm going to use my Hourglass Diffused Light Ambient Lighting Powder. I have hit pan on that. It is well loved. It's fantastic. Now, I feel like I need to let you guys know, this is not a setting powder. This is a finishing powder. However, as a very dry skin person, I am going to use this almost as like a setting powder. I'm just gonna fluff that on. So beautiful, love that. Okay, now I'm gonna go into that lightest shade in the bronzing palette. This is the palette number 1. I'm gonna go into that lightest shade and go around my eye. I've been really enjoying this area for my bronzer, love it. It just gives a really pretty like lifted look. And I kind of just love draping it around my eye. Like I love having it blend into my eye makeup. But do you see, like that is not too light. Like I will show you a swatch. That's the light that everybody was saying is like not gonna show up on them. That is perfect. That is a great, great color. So if you are actually fair skinned, not just light, like if you are real pale, this is fantastic. And then I like to mix these two together and go in right on top of that. Honestly, like such a beautiful bronzing duo. I love it. I love it so much. So happy I got it. I'm gonna contour my nose really quick. Go right under the tip of my nose. And Victoria Beckham does have like a contour pen, like a stick, but I just don't think any of them are gonna be cool toned enough to like create a shadow for me. I think that even the lightest one, I think Travertine is gonna be a little just too orange for me. You know, I did not pick up her, I think it's like a balm that she has for a highlight because I already have this for Merit. This is Kava and it's beautiful. I love it. So I honestly didn't want to like spend money just for the sake of having another product from Victoria Beckham. I wish I had it like that, but I don't. So like that was enough of a splurge already. And so I'm just gonna use this in place of that. So I am just going to apply very little and I use a brush and just kind of tap it on. Now for lips, all I have of hers for lips is her gloss, the Posh Gloss in Bikini. I am not gonna lie, I was very drawn to this color. I bought this a while ago. I mean, so long ago, I probably shouldn't even put it on right now, but I'm gonna. I was very excited for this. It seemed online like the type of color I would love. But it's so sheer, it might as well be pretty much like a clear almost, you know? So I'm gonna go in and apply the Beckham Beauty lip liner in Honey. I'm just gonna put that on first. It's a really beautiful pencil, by the way. And then just put that bikini gloss on top. Oh, I feel like the lip liner helped with the pigment, the level of pigment that you see. Oh my God, by the way, if you watched my video before this, I sincerely apologize for like the amount of gloss that I put on. And then as I was talking, you just see these like strings of gloss. Oh my God, I was skeeved out as I was editing it. I was like, oh, that is so gross. Ugh. And I was like, but I'm not gonna not post the video because of that. Because I'm a real person and that is what happens to real people when they apply too much gloss. So learn from my mistakes as I sit here and apply more gloss. Okay, so I'm gonna take these clips out and let's do some quick final thoughts. So the foundation, I can like express to you enough that I do not and will not buy things just because they are new or because they are trendy. That is not who I am. Also, I don't know, it's just the principle of just buying things for that. If this was my job to be a professional YouTuber reviewing product, then that's a different story. But it is not my job. I don't make a single penny doing this for you guys. I do it because it's fun, and I do it because my client asked me to a lot of times for a while. So I caved, and now I'm doing it, but it's mostly for them. So I just felt like I really needed to preface with that as a final thought. I need you guys to understand that I did not buy this in any way, shape, or form because it is new, trendy, because people want to see it in videos. Has nothing to do with that. Like, for the millionth time, I will let you guys know that it's because of that anti-aging skincare that was in it. So final thoughts are, it performs beautifully. I think I might have a video, like a quick clip of my makeup at the end of the day yesterday showing like how it wore. If the video is not too shitty quality, then I will include it in this video for you guys so you could see. So this is what my foundation looked like after about 11 hours. I have dents from my loops at work, but hopefully this gives you a good visual of the longevity and how it wears. Performs beautifully. I noticed that a lot of people were saying it was very luminous on them. I'm wondering if it's not translating that luminosity onto me right now because of how dry I am, but it is just really beautiful. Again, the color match isn't perfect, but it's, I think, just my critical eye that sees it. I don't think anyone else is gonna be like, oh God, that does not match on her, you know? The price sucks, obviously. However, I guess I justify it and understand it in my mind as like skincare that also gives me the coverage that I want. And so the skincare that I use is on the pricier side because I do want those benefits of anti-aging. So that's just me. So in my personal opinion, this is worth it. However, if you are not looking for specifically like anti-aging properties in your makeup, I don't think you need this in your arsenal. I don't think you need this in your collection. I really don't. Yeah, if you're like younger than 35, I really don't see why it would be necessary. So that's just my own personal opinion. I truly think the only people that would find it to be a necessity in their collection are going to be people that want those anti-aging benefits. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. It's beautiful. I love it. I personally do think it was worth it for me, but it might not be worth it for you. So before you make a purchase like this that is very expensive, you know, do your research, look at swatches, watch a ton of other videos, and weigh the pros and cons, and ultimately that decision is up to you. But for me, I do not regret it at all, and I hope that I do see some of the anti-aging skincare benefits that I am looking for, you know. But I will keep you guys posted on that. And as far as everything else goes, I love her eyeshadows, her kajal eyeliners. Well, when I say eyeshadows, I mean her lid lusters. I actually haven't tried any of her palettes, not yet. Her water tint blush, beautiful. I do wish that there were other shades, like things that were a little more beige, a little less bright, and hopefully that'll be expanded in the future. But beautiful. Her bronzer, oh, I am so happy that I finally got that for myself. And it worked out so well. Like, it is not too light at all, for me at least. Her concealer, beautiful. Also another product of hers that I didn't think I would like, but I feel like I should also mention that not everything of hers has been a hit with me. I wasn't crazy about her brow gel, not that crazy about the lip gloss, not gonna lie, but maybe it's just the shade. I very much want to try out her lipsticks and lip balms. And I really would love to try out her cream blushes, the blush sticks that she has. There's definitely things I want to try, but I did want to reiterate to you guys that not everything of hers is perfection, you know? But I'm really happy with these things that I have shown you today. I am happy with the result. I like it a lot. Oh my God, I have to get going. Shit, I gotta get out of here. Okay, so hope this was helpful for you guys some way, somehow. And thank you for watching. Bye.